Welcome back on this Wednesday. As you know, each month here in Living Oklahoma, we honor local teens making a difference in their communities, and we call it a noble cause.
Indeed it is, and we couldn't do it without the support from prominent Oklahoma City attorney Noble McIntyre, and of course his firm as well. Noble's here to talk about today's Noble Cause winner. Noble!
Well, today we have Brandy Devous. I got your name right, didn't I? Yeah. Brandy Devous, and she started 4-H when she was a clover bud. You know, we've had a few clover buds.
Yes.
That's when they start just out of pull-ups, and they go straight to 4-H. So she's been doing 4-H for a really long time, and she's come up with an idea called Bake the Best Better, which I think that's fantastic.
Well, first of all, if you can
smell
it.
It
Smells
this is the best
so
smelling
good,
noble cause ever.
I'm telling you what, when I was a kid, my grandmother would come visit in Burns Flat, Oklahoma. I got Burns Flat referenced again. Burns Flat, Oklahoma, and she would make bread. And you remember coming down the hall and you'd smell that? And it brings back those childhood memories. Well, she's getting to live with those childhood memories every day. So she's come up with this idea where she's not only teaching others how to bake, and she's using her grandmother's recipes, but she's giving back to the community. So, Brandy, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you came up with the idea and what you're getting out of it?
Okay, so Bake the Best Better originally started with the 4-H motto. The 4-H motto is to make the best better. So I kind of put a switch on it and called it to Bake the Best Better.
To bake the best better.
Bake the best better.
Bake the best
Okay, love it.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that says
I
that.
know.
And what I do is I host workshops. So I've hosted 2 bread workshops and also a pie workshop. And I teach 4-H members the tradition of baking bread and baking pies. Those form of pastries that people can just go to the store now and get.
Yeah.
But they're never as good as the homemade.
No.
Never. And then what I do is I turn it into community service projects. So I bake bread at my house and I turn them into peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like we have here. And I go down by the Jesus house and I hand them out to the homeless.
And it's
And you
homemade
did that
bread
yesterday.
too.
Yes, I actually handed out 60 sandwiches yesterday.
And what kind of responses are you getting from the people that you're handing your sandwiches
They're
to?
very positive. It kind of brightens their day. They don't start out smiling until they see you and say, hey, do you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And they start smiling. They're like, yes, I'll take whatever you give me. And so I hand them a couple and then I let them share with their friends. It's a great opportunity to be able to give back.
Wow, and from reading what you did, you also have gotten to the point where you make dough sculptures. Can you make one of Mitch?
Oh, well, that's a lot of dough. Like,
just the bust. It's just from the head up, Mitch.
oh, okay. So how do you do that?
Well, that's fantastic. And you're teaching others 4-Hers to do this, and you're using your grandmother's recipe.
Yes,
Love
sir.
that.
Now, does your mom bake with you?
Sometimes. She helps me a lot with biscuits and some of the easier things. She kind of sits aside in the living room, though, whenever I'm making my bread and making pies.
See, now she's going to feel bad because she could have had all these bonding moments with you in the
And
kitchen.
here's some pictures of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brandy, I think we need to get you your own little cooking show. I have a feeling you would have aspirations for that.
I actually have aspirations to open a bakery.
Yeah?
I've had the dream of opening a bakery since I was in 1st grade.
How fun.
So I'm actually going to college now, but hopefully that's a dream that'll come later after I start
All
my
right,
career.
investors, are you listening?
Well, Mitch and I will come by.
We will eat plenty
we're
of
going
the
to fight
bread.
over this bread.
Indeed,
Well,
it
let me
smells
tell you
delicious.
what I do. I'm Noble McIntyre. I'm an attorney here in Oklahoma City, and what we have done is we've tried to identify young adults who are doing more than maybe what their peers are doing, and that's you. I mean, you're giving back to the community. You're taking something you love, something you've learned from your grandmother, and you're baking these products, and you're going down to the Jesus House. You're taking your time, and you're giving of yourself. And I'm a big community guy too. I have a big turkey project I do, and so I recognize that, and I really appreciate young adults like you. And so what I would tell you is keep doing it. Just because you graduated and you're going off to college, don't stop. There's always a need, and anytime you can help somebody else, you get something out of it personally as well. What we have for you today is a certificate called the Noble Cause. That's from me. And we also have a check from me to your local 4-H for $150, but I have one for you too for $100 that will get you off air because I don't have it with me.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
it's just my way of saying thank you to you for all that you're doing. Thank you for this, and I'm gonna take this even if you don't want me to. All right? Well, thank you very much. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
Indeed. Be looking for Brandy's Bakery very soon, okay? And then we'll
Yes.
have you come back on and you can talk about all the great stuff that you're baking.
Oh, and we just want to say congratulations again, and you deserve it. Noble Cause winner. Now, if you know a young person making a difference in your community, let us know about it. Send us an email to livingok@okcfox.com.
We got more Living Oklahoma around the corner. Don't go anywhere.